I was just going to say, because I was just looking into, the translations.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, we can show him that there is an obvious deception in the translations, and it's easy to show if you want to.
Yeah, it says over, but that's what this. Yeah, go on. Yeah, you show him.
Yeah. Let's go to
If you
the
look at,
to
no,
the
if you look at this
to
Colossians 1:15,
the okay.
a lot of them say, look, it says overall, of all. Some say of all, and a lot of them say overall. But if we go to the interlinear,
Yeah.
then you'll see here, the interlinear, they've chosen, because remember, this Biblehub is a Trinity bias website, and they've chosen overall. See where it says passes for 3956? It says overall.
Now we click on the passes. Let's see what it means.
Yeah. If I click on the number, you will not find the word over anywhere. So the word over isn't a part of the Greek. So any translation which says over is actually a lie. It only says all. It doesn't say overall. The over is not there in the Greek.
So it's literally supposed to be the firstborn of creation.
Yeah, the firstborn. It says firstborn of all creation. That's what it says. There's no over there at all.
Firstborn of creation.
Yeah, of the
creation.
Passes is a genitive, which means whatever is mentioned after it, that subject is part of that category. Without getting to,
while I think that's not fully, because you believe, you agree with me, Paul was a Jew, understand the passage, understand the Old Testament. So if he's using that firstborn of all creation, my interpretation wouldn't be wrong to say it alludes to the way firstborn was used in the Old Testament, just like in the three cases you showed me in Deuteronomy about David and about Israel. Every time firstborn has been used in the Old Testament has been like to show a title. So it wouldn't be a surprise for Paul, talking to the first century Jews, to use that same word, that they've been used to hearing in the Old Testament. Oh, Israel is the firstborn, but there are people before Israel, and David is the firstborn, but he's not the firstborn son, and what he just explained to you. So I believe, while the Old Testament have showed you in more than 2-3 passages how that firstborn has been used, and then Paul also explaining himself, not after he said that, he said for. So that for now explains why it's called the firstborn. For everything was created by him. So it's a contradiction. If you use, I believe, I'm not saying you can't interpret it like that. You can interpret it like that, but your interpretation would be contradicting the very next breath. Because if he is the firstborn, or if he's the first one created, how did he created everything in that same context?
Okay, Ray, first of all, it does. You even saying that Jesus is, even if you want to change the meaning of firstborn, it doesn't change the fact that he's part of creation.
He's not part. Paul told you. He said he's the one that created all things. Paul told you he's not part of it. You are It's possible to interpret it like that, but your interpretation is wrong in that context. Paul told you he's not.
Ray, you're not listening. Ray, listen. You're not listening. Now I challenge you to ask anybody who understands Greek, and they ask you this passage is in the genitive, means that firstborn, he's part of the whole, meaning he's part of what Paul speaks of next. So even if you say he's in terms of supremacy, he's still part of creation. If you're saying understand how I'm understanding, he's the firstborn, he's still part of creation. Either way, he's part of the category of creation. Either way,
then
in the Greek,
then I can then I guess
say something.
Then I guess I'll be a Muslim then. Because that's a very big contradiction. Because the very next breath says he's the one that created. How can you be part of what you created? How can you be part of what you created? It doesn't make sense. He literally said it. He said he created everything.
Wait, Doug, I'm going to shoot off. You
real
take
quick?
over.